When I first started my YouTube channel, the general consensus is that the comment section can be at times a little hostile. So a lot of people, when I first started, were like, "Girl, you better watch out for those comments because like people leave the mean comments. Like, how do you deal with that? You know, like how are you gonna deal with it?" And for me, the answer is really quite simple. Fires cannot burn without oxygen. In this case, the comment is the fire and me responding to it or acknowledging in some way is the oxygen that allows that fire to breathe. But there are exceptions to that, however, and sometimes I just can't help myself but poke at some of these mean comments. Probably the haircut was the first point of failure. It's all my girlfriend's fault for why I failed, because she cut my hair. Something you probably don't even have. And then there's comments like these where I think they're trying to say something and I want to be able to talk back to them, but I'm not 100% sure exactly what they're trying to say. You are self-aware enough to recognize yourself as a failure, but still arrogant enough to call yourself more qualified to be a critic. You are self-aware enough to recognize yourself as a failure. Okay, that's true, but still arrogant enough to call yourself more qualified to be a critic. Well, at your definition then what is the qualification to be a critic? I am a critic. I've had work published. I've criticized games and they've been published. It's not just me like on my YouTube channel, like I've been paid to criticize games before. Then there's this guy who I'm blurring his name only because this dude is doing this for attention, but this is a good example of me trying to gauge this person in like a friendly, funny way, and then it just turns sour. With all your cuts in the video and your stuttering, you seem to fail communication too. So in like a quirky way, I was like, great observation, like get it? Cause I'm stutter. Maybe the grease in your Elias, big boy haircut causes you to type that. Elias? What is Elias? Elias. The wrestler? Like Elias big boy haircut? Am I missing something? Maybe this guy? Is that who he's talking about? And again, at that point, it's just one of those things where like, well, I don't think you want to have a conversation, you just want to be a douchebag, so see ya. Or then there's works of poetry like, "Did your father rape you again, shit pants?" From George. I actually legitimately think I want this on a t-shirt. You know, and something I've noticed when I deal with negative comments is that 50% of the time when I actually respond to these people, when I actually try to like empathize and like hear them out, they end up subscribing, which is really confusing and kind of backwards, I feel like. If you have trouble dealing with mean comments, I get it. We tend to hold on to opposing thoughts because we as a species are really insecure, but at the end of the day, like these people, like what blows my mind is I try to put myself in the position of these people, of these individuals, and like think about actually like physically like typing out my thoughts and like taking the time to do this and hit enter and be like, got him. It's appalling. It's like sincerely really sad. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me or not seeing eye to eye with my thoughts, but I just feel like some of these individuals just don't have time to do anything else, and that sucks. Like I wish they were distracted enough, like I wish they were doing shit enough that they didn't have the time to waste to tell me what I should have been doing. Like I don't have time to leave comments except in response to those who leave me comments because I'm doing shit. Like I got shit to do. But at the tail end of that, one thing I want to emphasize is for all the negative comments are out there, there are some really wholesome, wonderful people that are saying and doing positive stuff, and I don't think they get the credit. And then there's comments like these that are works of art. I would consider my brief time spent pursuing your channel nothing short of enlightening. I may not be yet the most ardent of followers, but I do wish to think highly enough of myself that I'd be willing to lay down my dignity for the good of the greater. As you grow in stature and wisdom, as Jesus did, the masses of naysayers and self-professed Pharisees shall flock to your visage crying bloody murder. Indignation! The man has basked in a perfectly functional controller in the fat of idiocy. It is works of art like this that single-handedly push me to keep making videos. All that said, there are things worth doing shit for and not obsessing over the bullshit. And anybody who's leaving a negative comment is just a sad son of a bitch. I'm totally for having a conversation about things, but if you're just gonna be a dick, fuck you. All that said, it's those of you who are so damn wholesome and care so much, who keep leaving amazing comments, you are the people I make shit for. That's it. So if you're having problems with negative comments, fires can't breathe without oxygen. It's really, to me, that simple. Just really quick, I'm not the type of person who says, make sure you hit that sub button, the thumbs up, and the bell, but given some of the current controversy behind specifically the notification bell, if you would like, I would deeply appreciate if you did hit that bell. Essentially, YouTube recently announced that not everyone sees notifications for new videos, even if you've subscribed, so hit that bell. Going off of that, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram, say hello, give me a high five. I made a Facebook page, like it if your heart desires, even though Facebook is, you know, a wasteland, is currently developing into like a whatever the hell Facebook is becoming. That's it. Did your father rape you again, shit pants? If you're out there, George, and you see this, thank you.